And we're back to another episode of Let's Play Grandia. I'm your host, Legato. As we are now in our first area where enemies will attempt to murder us and fight us. And as you can see, it's very much, you can see the enemies on the battlefield, or on the field map anyway. And really it's just a matter of running into them. Now battles in this game, unlike many other RPG games at the time this game was out, as you can see in the bottom right hand corner, we have something similar to the active time battle gauge, where you have it where it says wait, command, and then act. One of the things that you can interestingly do is you can actually interrupt enemy attacks. Now, you're not going to see a lot of that right away, mostly because
what a cinch.
It takes a while to get to fights where that really becomes an issue. And as you can see, the only way to learn new skills and new things is by actually participating in battle. So an example would be how Justin only got 5 experience points where Sue got more, because Sue actually had to attack twice to kill an enemy, while Justin only had to attack once. So those are just things to think about when you're, playing this game on your own for the first time. You're gonna have lots of scenarios like that where, when you're trying to level up your characters, what skills should you use in order to level them up?
What a cinch!
But this is one of the more, in my opinion, one of the more creative time systems. Now, if you attack an enemy who is in the in the area where they're trying to activate their command or do whatever they need to do to cause damage or attack, you'll do a counter attack, which does more damage than the regular. Now, if we use a critical attack against some of these enemies, such as we have combo and critical here. If we use a combo, it just attacks multiple times. But if we use a critical, while the enemy is in the act area, we can actually cancel their entire attack phase. So they actually have to reload, in a sense. They have to, they fall back into the waiting area. So that's just one of the cool things about this game, is there's a lot of passive strategy involved in it. And if you time things just right, you will actually get some pretty cool results. In order to defend yourself from being attacked and vice versa. The other thing too is the enemies are finite. As long as you're in the area. Obviously they're infinite. They will keep respawning when you leave the area and come back. But once you're in the area, this is the spawning. So, one of the things that I always recommend that people do in an RPG game, especially when it's set up in this manner, one of the things that they should really do is they should fight every enemy that's in the area. That way they can say that if you do that, then there's no reason to ever grind. You're just fighting all the enemies in the local area. And by doing that, you're not really grinding, per se. So here's an example here. We're going to go after, obviously, the creature who's closer to attacking us. We're not going to do that with Sue, though, because Sue's not going to be able to kill him. Let's go ahead and have her attack one of those bugs. And then we'll send Justin over, who will actually probably be able to kill that enemy before he gets his special attack off. Usually we take damage there. And see, when Sue gets hit, she actually gets stunned for a short period of time whenever she gets hit. That's another interesting thing to take notice of. It actually does, that little animation actually does affect her performance in battle. As you can see, we have no real magic, we have no real skills except for just the default ones. And every time you level up a skill to 100, you've gained, that skill will gain, in a sense, a level, a weapon level. Or a magic level if you're using magic. So, one of the cool things about that. And as you can see, it's a little repetitive, but it all makes sense. Now, Justin can kill 2 of these suckers, so let's just have him go after the top 2. And then what happens is if they kill one, they'll go for the next closest one. So we'll have Sue attack the one on the outside here. And that's how we guarantee at least the 2 kills that we need to get here. Now, Justin's going to kill these other 2 pretty easily. As you can see, he'll kill him before Sue gets him. No, maybe not. Sometimes it's hard to tell because it's not always, the same every time. And there we go! Another battle won. And as we progress through the game, I'm not going to show every battle, but I figure for the first 2 dungeons, since I consider this a dungeon, really, I may as well just show you everything going on. The other thing, too, is you can always come back to a save point, hit the recover, and you recover all your HP and MP. Now, you don't want, there's actually a trick to that function. You don't want to use that right away whenever you have to, but right now we don't have the means to do what I want to do. So one of them is using, in order to level up your healing level, you need to level up healing magic. You have to actually use the water magic in order to level up the water skill. So one of the things I tell people to do is before you hit the recovery station at a save point, use all of your healing magic to recover that. And as you can see, Sue's about ready to level her weapon in the next battle. So that'll level up 1, which is always good. As you can see, I'm wandering a lot around here because there's treasure everywhere. You just have to find it. As we get into a battle here. I'm going to have Sue sit this one out. So what we'll do is we'll have her defend. You can actually... Let's just have her set to endure here. Let's see if Justin can kill two of them in one go. As you can see, he got counters on both of them, which means he'll do more damage on top of that, because he did it while the enemy was attacking. Some of this, I know it sounds weird, but I'm trying to explain this the best I can. So that's one of the things that goes alongside Justin's attack. We picked up some gold. Usually the red things are about 200 gold, 100 to 200. The little bags are about 50 to 100, and then, yeah, so something like that. So that fluctuates off and on. Anyway, let's get back to work. We'll have Sue defend. There we go. Well, one's still alive. So let's have just Sue finish it off then. As you can see, we didn't get a counter there because it actually didn't try to attack anybody. So it's all very time-based. Now we'll go over critical later when we actually have to fight enemies that warrant us using critical, as Sue gained a level. Which is good. I know I didn't show you, didn't get to see the leveling screen, but oh well. You'll get to see it when Justin levels then. Didn't even think about that. And as you can see, I'm picking a fight with all the enemies, really. We get an initiative. Yeah, if you attack an enemy from the back, I think you get odds of getting it. Similar to Earthbound. I want to say it's similar to Earthbound. So, it's always a cool thing. And their sword and throw levels have gone up. And they'll actually level up in real time. So, you know, sometimes you can learn a new move, I think, in the midst of battle. I think. You can in some of the other Grandia's games, I believe, so...
Alright, we won!
No, you can't. Only this one doesn't. So yeah, I think you can. Okay, so, as you can see, their skills have reset again now that they've leveled up. And we'll take a look at sword, you know, the levels when they do it one more time, because they should be able to level up one more time before we get too far. We're looking for... There's a bush. Where's the road? There's the road. There's an enemy. And what you want to do is in this game explore every nook and cranny, or you'll miss stuff. Specifically, you'll miss items that you need. Specifically, items that you'll find later. We'll talk about as we find them. But there's a specific item that you want to find as much as you can. There's a finite amount of them in the game, and you have to be very careful when you use them. Okay, so we've done that. Yay! Let's keep moving. Let's just move all the way up to the edge here. Okay, here's that wall. What we're doing is we're following along the wall to see if we can find any treasure. These are Hawkeye points. They let you see a lot of the area around you, so you have a good way of figuring out where you are. Without them, it's kind of like you're sometimes without them, I think I'd get lost. As we fight probably the hardest battle in Marna. So let's go ahead and get to work. Let's go ahead and attack the ones that are closer to getting a turn, as they should both be able to kill one apiece. One of the other options too is going into the moves and using stuff like V-Slash and some of the other skills, because those will actually level up weapons as well.
V-Slash!
You can see that'll level up there. And Sue has them too. She has Puffy Kick and Rah-Rah. Rah-Rah heals all characters just very little, so she's kind of our healer. And then Puffy Kick is obviously very similar to V-Slash, though the damage is very different, obviously. And she doesn't have to walk up to the enemy. She can do it at range. Now, as you can see, Puffy Kick is a lot weaker. Let's go ahead and attack here. That's another thing too, is using skills will level up your offense as well. As you can see, we got a big one there. But it doesn't do it by much, in my opinion. Your regular attacks do just as much. So, though Well, this early in the game, your regular attacks will do that as much, so let's leave it at that, 'cause that's actually correct. That's realistic. As we get into another fight, but let's go ahead and pick this guy off. So like I said, after this episode, we'll probably start skipping battles, because I just want you guys to kind of see how battles play themselves out. And what we'll do I'll do the same thing I did in Final Fantasy VI. Let's play. I'm gonna play through the battles of new enemies, just to kind of show you what works and what doesn't, kind of thing, and discuss the enemy itself. And then when I fight them again, just because they're encounters that you can't really avoid, per se, as we get to fight more enemies of the same type, I'll start skipping them. Or if it's a timed event or something where you have to fight them, I will show them. There's some fights with in a dungeon where you can't really avoid them, unless you want to miss out on something. There we go. And Justin swung and a miss! Swing and a miss!
Pretty easy, right?
Now, if we would have given him the wooden staff, or whatever it was, the wooden club, he wouldn't be able to one-shot anything, which is why I don't really like that option right away, because we'll get better options later for clubbing things. I don't see any enemies there. There should be one more piece of treasure over here, I thought. But I guess not. So let's go ahead and head across the bridge. Ignore him for now. No. Okay, we'll use the Eagle Eye then. Eagle Eye will show all the treasure that we're looking for, so, you know. We'll go ahead and have Justin kill them all. There, as you can see,
What a cinch.
dodging sometimes is just based on where the characters are standing, more or less, than the enemy's ability to dodge. Though you will see enemies that have the ability to dodge attacks no matter how close you are to them and whatnot. But you'll see that later, and we'll discuss that as it becomes relevant. Right now it's not very relevant, as we just are fighting mostly. Yay!
Pretty easy, right?
But this is why you fight all the enemies, not for the experience points, because the experience points we're getting are rather crap. It's for the weapon skills, because we should be able to get our characters at least 2 weapon levels per dungeon on average. As we start having to upgrade other skills, it'll be maybe 1 dungeon or so per thing. Come on, there we go. So that's where it starts to change a little bit, but other than that, we should be able to do most of it in one go. Especially as we start getting other skills. Because right now, again, our skills aren't very diverse right now. Very bland, if anything. Oh, nice. She killed one of them in one shot. As you can see, it took that enemy to get up. And as you can see, we finished him off.
What a cinch.
For experience. And as you can see, we're getting closer. We should hit level 2, the next level with our weapons. Then we'll look at our weapon levels, because that's ultimately going to decide when to switch weapons. You're going to want to rotate weapons in and out based on their weapon levels. So you should be making sure that you follow along with that. And follow through on it. Let's have her attack the worm. She'll kill one and Justin can kill the other. There we go. You sons of a bitches! Oh, she missed. Well, at least she killed one of them. That's the other thing that sucks too with throwing weapons
All right,
you can miss a lot if enemies are moving around the screen too much, so something to be aware of. Don't want to miss. Missing sucks. Especially when you really needed to hit the enemy for an attack. Okay, there was nothing over there, so let's go. That's the exit of the area, but like I said, there are items to be found in these here hills. And by George, we're going to find them all. Or as many as we can. One of them this is really what I wanted to come out here for. It's for the baton. It's a good club. It's better than the club buying that could have been done in farm. So that's one less thing we gotta pay for. One less thing we gotta buy. Let's go ahead and let her fight one of them. I think she'll be able to kill. There we go. Does it 1 point of damage to me. Die. Nah. Well, she leveled up though.
Alright, we won!
Yes, we did. Okay, but he didn't level, so he needs another battle for sure. Okay, so now that we've done that, I don't think there's much else here other than those last few enemies, so let's pick them off. And then we'll take a look at some weapon levels and try to get an idea of how we should how strategically we should level up our character's skills. Just let Justin kill him. Unless he physically misses one, he's not gonna heal each level. There we go.
What a cinch.
I agree. Now, there we go. So, actually now he's up. We'll skip you. We can actually skip that one. Oops! Holy crap. Okay, so now that we've done that, we've leveled up everybody. Each of them have leveled up a single level. Let's look at our moves here. These are magic, obviously. Here we go. So as you can see, his sword skill's at level 3, and everything else is at kind of pathetic, wimpy level 1 here. So it's something to consider switching to. Her bow level is now at 3. Obviously, we want to get it to 10 at some point. But we're also going to want to work on her baton skills. First and foremost, though, I usually like putting the baton in here somewhere. So it's usually on Justin. Because her bow level has a long way to go, in my opinion. And the range kind of helps Sue a little bit in her progression. So as you can see, some people, though, will take sword all the way up through the next dungeon, but I don't know. It just depends on what you want to do. But I'm going to definitely go with the baton, and we're going to try and get that sucker to level 4 before we switch weapons again. That way, Justin can focus on other pieces of equipment. So let's head to the Salt Ruins. Salt Ruins. As we are now introduced to a new zone. See, it looks like a big, large area here. There's military stuff everywhere. And these jokers. That face looks really wrong, by the way. Looks kind of angry. It looks like the snake from Beetlejuice. As they now are doing more panoramic that we don't really care about. Oh yeah, and really quick too while we're looking at it. Before I forget, we also want to consider too, when you level up with a weapon, you get benefits. So swords get a strength +1, wit +2. The mace, which is what I like to call it, gets a plus vitality +1, a strength +1. And then wait a minute, strength, wit, HP, vitality, HP, strength. So, anyway, never mind. Anyway, but like I said, we're going to get his baton up to level 4, or even further, so this is why I'm equipping it now. I guess we could go back to the sword, it really doesn't matter. Actually, I'm changing my mind. I'm thinking maybe we should go with the wooden sword for now. The idea is, what I want to do is I want to get it so Justin's sword level is higher, but, well, baton, we have a baton now. We can start really working on that, so let's go back with the baton. There we go. And once he's... oh, God.
Attention! Soldiers fall in! Salute!
The 3 butt-keteers.
Listen up! After traveling all the way from the new continent, we won't tolerate failure. Be sharp out there. Meet at the stage on level 1. Call roll by regiment as soon as you arrive. and stand by for orders.
Tension! Fall in! Right face, march!
You know these women take it up the butt. They're so anal, or they're extremely lesbian.
Say, Saki. It was your troops who made us late.
God.
Aren't you a little
What, you need a laxative?
Don't give me that, Nana. The last time they were late, I made them all give me
Were you
3,000.
naked at the time?
Oh, Saki. You're such a muscle freak. I'd make them go without rations for 100 days.
Oh, Mio, you're too kind. If it were me, I'd give him 5,000 lashes. Then I'd pickle him in brine and give him 100 days in the brig.
That would kill him. If Herr Mullen were to get wind of that, he'd have your head.
No problem. I just swear him to secrecy, and Herr Mullen would never be the wiser.
Come on. We need to get going too. Or we'll be late for the rendezvous. Right, Neo. If we were to be late, it'd be hard to discipline the troops.
Surrounded by idiots. By idiots, I tell you! They're idiots! Now, if you want to leisurely, you can leisurely walk around the base, talk to everybody, all that jazz. But there's nothing really here of any sort of relevance or importance, so I usually ignore that option and head straight to this. Oh, God. We've got permission, bitch. Oh, God. Don't do it! Never give your paperwork to officials. Ever. Just let them look at a distance. Fail 1. Fail 2. And fail 3.
Bye-bye.
Psychotic bitches. Oh, God. Surrounded by morons, I swear. Who do they think they are? Apparently they think they're lesbians. They have to be lesbians. Angry, rage-induced lesbians. Alright, so let's go ahead and recover. And we'll save. Alright, so we're all saved up. The reason I don't show saves, really, is because of we get a little bit of lag when I try and do a save screen. So there's no point in showing it. If you really want to see it, then I'll show it to you, but I don't think you guys really care. So, anyway, now let's head inside the Salt Ruins. Not the Salt Ruins, no. The Salt Ruins, like sultry.
Carlisle Force, Mullen Company, fall in.
Yes,
Face forward.
babe. Holy crap, there's a lot of
Salt Ruins
soldiers.
Special Survey Team. Roll call. Squad leaders, front and center. Sergeant Nana, leader of the Bloody Rose Squad, reporting.
Okay.
Sergeant Saki, leader of the Lightning Star Squad. All men accounted for.
Yay.
Sergeant Mio, leader of the Desert Moon Squad. All men present.
Very gay.
Colonel Mullen will now address the troops before deployment.
Not gay.
All soldiers, listen carefully. Yes, Lieutenant.
Flamboyantly gay. Alright, enough of that. Now,
My dear soldiers, our squad will now commence the final excavation of the Salt Ruins. Operation Yggdrasil is entering the final stage. Now we only have to find the last remaining piece. I needn't remind you that the depths of these ruins are dangerous. You may even be risking your life.
God.
However, this is our time. You, the Honorable Carlisle forces, will bring a great boon to humanity.
Boob?
Go! You, the elite of Carlisle, will open the door to the wisdom of the ancient Angelo civilization.
Like a bad Indiana Jones film.
I am counting on every one of you.
Yes, sir. Bloody Rose Squad, you take the east. Lightning Star Squad has the west. Desert Moon Squad, take the south. You have your assignments. We're counting on you. Good luck.
Yes, Lieutenant.
Apparently there is competition for that, which is the blonde
The
locks.
time is 15:06 hours. All squads have begun operations.
Lean. You've also become quite an able aide-de-camp.
Huh? Oh, thank you, Herr Mullen.
Boing!
Well, let's get to work ourselves. Let's go, Lean.
Yes, sir.
Bunch of weirdos. Yeah, you think? Surrounded by idiots. Alright, we get us some pocket change there. Now, again, here's our first battle. These are probably my favorite enemies in the game. They are slimes. Slimes have the ability, a special ability, to do something very specific, and that is divide. When they divide, it pretty much it's like when they call more of their type to fight in the battle. But what ends up happening is when they do this, when they partake in this, it's more enemies for you to fight, in a sense, and it wastes that slime's turn in a way too. So,
Alright, we won!
remember, the more enemies you kill, the more likely you are to level your weapon skills up, as you can see. So, it's definitely worth doing as it becomes available here. So let's keep moving. There's all kinds of little things here too. Yeah. That's a good question. What is he doing in such a out of the area ruin? You got for me. As we fight a little bat. Baby bats. It's a baby bat of love. I actually think Justin got that last hit in there.
What a thing!
You can also tell who gets the last hit because they do the victory quote. Okay, enough of that crap. Let's keep moving. Keep moving deeper and deeper as we grab more gold. Ooh, that almost fell on us. Okay, we don't need to go any further than that, so let's go back this way. Fight us the ooze here. As we're showing, again, I said I was going to show some more of these battles. Now that we're starting to get into enemies we just can't entirely one-shot. Go ahead and have her work there. As one of them, I think, at a divide. Which is good. Nope, that one's doing cover-up. Cover-up is like divide. I'm sorry. Cover-up is pretty much just them defending themselves. So I just ignore that enemy. Oh, it didn't cover up like it said it was going to do. It did something else. Strange. Actually caused paralysis. Never seen that before. We usually cover up, they just cover themselves up in a hard shell. So that was kind of awkward. But we'll ignore it for now. Not a big deal. Nothing to worry about, really. Let's see more of the good stuff. Get up. Now, we're going to come back this way, so don't worry about that. There's no way to cross here, so don't even bother with it. Like, oh, there might be treasure over there. There's nothing over there. There's nothing over there. So what do we get? We got the Ruin Ring. 1 defense and slow IP loss. Not better than what they already have. What they have equipped is actually better than that. So, that item's for sale! Let us grab the gold and keep moving as we find the 3 stooges. Oh god. What a bunch of morons. Okay, let's keep moving. surrounded by weirdos. Okay, so as you can see, we see a big area there. Let's go ahead and keep heading south. Because of something I'll show it to you guys because I'm sure you guys are curious. It's this here. Little things like that happen frequently. It's funny to... Well, it's not funny when you're hurting for health and you go over to grab that item and then that thing rolls in your way. Yeah. It's so dangerous what you're doing. You're surrounded by baby bats and little creatures and more soldiers. Yeah, okay. So, let's keep moving north. Now we know there are shoes up there, so we'll want to get those after this battle here. So let's see, we got 4 bats, huh? So we could probably kill them all if we plan our attack right. Never go for the furthest one away. Yep, somebody missed. Or took 2 hits to kill something.
Alright, we won!
Okay, let's keep moving. Running. Well, before we do that, let's go up here and grab the money! Whatever it is. It's, you know, whatever. Grab the shin shoes or the shiny. They're really the shiny shoes, and I don't even think they're that good. Yeah, see, it lowers our movement, so that's for sale. For sale. I'm not gonna keep crap that we're not gonna use. Let's keep moving here as we reach a save point. Yo, trap. So, on the next episode of Let's Play Grandia, we're gonna go deeper into the dungeon and find out the secrets of the Angelo civilization. Maybe. So we'll see you then.